This is huge for the Houston Rockets as a new report shows what the Rockets are going to do next in their off-season plan as GM Rafael has a crucial decision to make that would allow for his team to add more players to this roster to help win its first championship in over 30 years. Hello everybody, welcome to Rockets Digest. I'm your host, Donovan Ricondo, and we have a brand new update to show you guys here today. We're going to get straight into it right now. As we all know, Fred VanVleet has been a little bit in discussions for the Houston Rockets front office of whether or not to pick up his player option for next season. It's currently evaluated at $44 million, and there's been a lot of debate on what the team should do. Should they pick it up? Should they not pick it up? Should they not pick it up and re-sign him to a team-friendlier contract? And so there's been a new report that has shed some light on the Rockets' next steps regarding Fred VanVleet. And it comes from the New York Times' The Athletic, as we have been reporting for a lot of these new updates. Credit to Kelly Eichel for these Rockets updates, who had this tweet to send out yesterday. The Houston Rockets are likely to decline the $44.9 million team option on veteran guard Fred VanVleet and discuss a new multi-year extension in the coming days, sources tell The Athletic. And this is a crucial move for the Houston Rockets for a variety of reasons. First off, you just re-signed Kevin Durant, who is going to be your playoff scorer, is going to be your lead guy throughout the regular season and the postseason. But at the same time, you need someone to help facilitate the offense. And last year, it was Fred VanVleet. He did a fairly solid job in doing that for this Houston Rockets team. As you see here, 14 points per game, 3.7 rebounds, 5.6 assists. He's 31 years old. He's not extremely old. He has some mileage left in the tank for sure. 34% from three, 37% from the field. And as we all remember, he was a key piece in that Golden State Warriors series, keeping us in that series for a majority of the games. And so credit to him to stepping up and showing that veteran leadership that we brought him to Houston to do. And now the question remains, what would that contract look like, right? So we're going to decline it with the intention of signing him to a more team-friendly deal. And so what exactly is that going to look like? Well, according to ESPN's Bobby Marks, he had this mock deal that he came up with that, makes a lot of sense. So he says that the best place for him is, of course, the Houston Rockets, knowing that he wants to be here and that this front office wants him to stay on this team. And so Bobby Marks says, this is the deal that I would offer. 3 years, $80 million. The second year has $15 million in guaranteed money, and the third season is a team option. And so that over the course helps spread some of the money that he is going to get paid throughout that 3-year contract. And the 3 years is not surprising, right? That's what he signed originally with this team, and so we fully expect Fred VanVleet to sign another 3-year with, of course, that third season, like his contract right now, being a team option. And Bobby Marks went more into depth on this potential deal for the Houston Rockets and Fred VanVleet, saying, quote, for example, a salary that starts at $29 million and then declines each season has Houston $20 million below the second apron. VanVleet eventually recoups the $44.9 million option that is declined, but over 2 seasons. So the way I see this is, both sides benefit. So the Rockets would sign him to a more friendlier deal for the team, right? As much as we love Fred VanVleet, that's a little bit too steep to pay him that amount of money in just 1 year. But if you're able to decrease that, but still sign him for more years, that math checks out. That helps the team in the long run, because what this team still needs to do is acquire additional role players to help with the shooting woes for this team. that we had last season. So being able to do this, to have Fred kind of, buy in while still getting paid just over a course of time is is crucial to making those moves. To acquire shooters out there that are free agents. We're not sure if trade season for the Rockets is quite over. We shall see. If you ask me, I don't think we would make any major moves per se, but as far as free agency, to be able to sign some guys through free agency is all going to due to the fact of Fred's contract, right? Him signing a team friendly deal is only going to help us in the long run. And if you ask me, I feel like Fred is a guy you want to keep in Houston, right? There's been a lot of talk of, getting another point guard to add to this team. Rumors have circulated LaMelo Ball. I find that highly unlikely. Don't think that would happen, but I think this team needs a Fred VanVleet on their team. He showed last year in the playoffs why he stepped up when Jalen Green was not having the best of performances in that series against Golden State. And so to me, that just proved that Fred is worth the money, right? Maybe not $45 million in 1 year, but at the same time, he is due that extension that Bobby Marks and the Houston front office say that he is worth. And really and truly, he is expected to get a deal done according to Mark Stein. Mark Stein corroborated on that report, noting it's a strong expectation they will have that long-term deal done when free agency opens on June 30th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, as many of you know, the Rockets have until the 27th to make a decision on that option, right? So they are fully expected to decline it with the intention of already having that long-term deal already in place, already set up for Fred VanVleet to sign on June 30th. And it's very crucial, right, to be able to sign these guys as soon as free agency opens to help solidify your team and build around the team that you guys have, or that the Rockets have right now. Right now, the starting lineup is looking very solid, right? If you sign VanVleet to this option, you have him as your point guard. You have Kevin Durant. You have Amen Thompson, Alperen Şengün, and Jabari Smith Jr. Stepping into that starting lineup. Of course, you can swap him out with Atari Eason maybe, but they're going to have much bigger roles this upcoming season. And so it all starts, right, with free agency and with re-signing Fred VanVleet. Because once you're able to negotiate that contract, you have much more freedom to discuss the contracts of the shooters that this team needs to add to the team, right? So you already have your backup big and Steven Adams. You can check that off your list, right? You are required your leading scorer, which you so desperately needed. You can check that off the list. Now, the only thing left is shooters. GM Rafael Stone knows this. He knows he's got to go out there and get the right guys. But now the question is, what shooters should this team add to this roster to help us win a championship next season? And that's where I want to bring it to you guys out there. What shooters that are free agents do you recommend that can be a Houston Rocket next season? I'm very excited to see what you guys say, but from all indications, Fred VanVleet will be wearing Rockets red next season, which is a great thing, is huge for the success for this team. And with that, I have been Donovan Ricondo for Rockets Digest. We got so many more updates for you guys. Stay tuned. If you are not yet subscribed to this channel and you want to stay in the loop, you're going to want to hit that button below. We're covering all of it. Me and Jace have you covered. But let me know, what shooters do you think this team should acquire in free agency? We'll see you next time on Rockets Digest. Take care.